is Sims, and we are back with more Sweet Fuse. And I'm sorry I left you kind of shortchanged yesterday, but I was dying, and I don't know how long this is going to go when we start going in there, and I didn't want to go way too over time. So we are starting where we kind of left off yesterday, right before, well, not yesterday, the day before, with us going into the scary hotel with Urabe and Mitarashi, because we'll have to read this whole part, because it'll be new to us, so yay. Anyway. I think I can probably trust Mitarashi and Urabe. Okay, let me learn how to read. You'd think I would know how to read by now, but anyway. I think I can probably trust Mitarashi, and Urabe always seems so calm. Can I join your team? Good choice, kid. I am pleased that you'll be joining us. My voice is crap right now. FYI, I went to bed at 3:30 this morning, and, I woke up at 8:30, so, Actually, technically, I woke up at 7 when my alarm went off because I have a day off of work. I took a day off because, I have time to waste. I woke up at 7 when my alarm went off, and, literally 80% of sleep turned that fucker off. And then 7:30 when it goes off again because I turn off my 7 o'clock alarm. So, and then woke up around 8:30 naturally, and I was like, okay, but yeah, so I sound like hell. Whew. It is definitely not from allergies, but I mean, could be. I don't know. Anyway. And that was that. All right. I wish you all luck. If something happens, well, without our phones, there's not much we can do, honestly. Oh, hopefully we'll find a way to persevere on our own. I'm ready to take whatever they've got. We can do it, guys! That might be similar to what we've read before, but... We nodded to each other as a piglet came trotting out to meet us. Okay, we'll skip through this because this is how he shows us how to use our thingy, and we don't need to reread all of that, to be honest with you. So I guess we could have skipped this. We would have just skipped in, a minute, but anyway. I headed to the door on the right with Mitarashi and Urabe. Whoops! Guess we're probably supposed to take this thing, huh? He plucked the flashlight from the hook next to the entrance and juggled it absent-mindedly in one hand like a baseball. Hey, everybody ready? Let's go. You seem awfully keen to take a leadership role, despite the fact that I am the adult here, and thus the natural leader. I'm an adult too, damn it! Technically, so am I, bitches! I may be in high school, but I'm still 18. He ground his teeth, grumbled, and shoved the door open. It's quite dark. Of course it's dark, you dork! I just love the alliteration on that. It's so fun. Anyway, what kind of haunted house has lights everywhere? He flicked the flashlight on and swept the beam quickly over the room. It doesn't look like there's anything here. I'm sure we'll get some scares later on. Don't worry. The hallway proved to be cold and a little damp. It also smelled slightly moldy. The atmosphere is rather eerie, yes? Yeah. Suddenly the silence was broken by a voice crackling over the PA. Listen, this labyrinth of the dead devours the souls of the living. Listen for the footsteps of the creeping death. Hey, that's cheating! Knock it off! The labyrinth of the dead. Do you suppose this is some manner of hint? Hell if I know. Figure it just means we gotta watch our asses, right? I guess so? I gave him an uneasy smile. We don't know what we're gonna run into up there, so let's get a move on. Come on. We had headed off down the hallway. Well, they sure got the abandoned hospital look, right? Yeah, there are chunks of something all over the floor. Probably stuff that fell off the wall, I'm guessing. Huh. When she says chunks, it sounds like blood and gore, like chunks of flesh, not like, oh, pieces of wall. Like, there's chunks of debris, but it just, she says chunks. That's the visceral image you get. It's like, not like, oh, like chunks of the ceiling that fell down. It's probably what they mean, but it's not the image I get in my head, and it's creepy. It makes the haunted hospital creepier, right? Our footsteps crunched as we walked, like the floor was covered in bits of broken glass. Yeah! I felt Urabe's hand on my shoulder and jumped involuntarily. You startled me. You need to get yourself under control, kid. If your alarm goes off when a guy touches your shoulder, we're boned. The fault was mine. I apologize. I should have thought before I acted. No, I'm just nervous. I took long, deep breaths, and eventually my alarm slowed and stopped. Whew. Oh, was there something you wanted to say, Urabe? Oh, no. Nothing. Nothing at all. Really? Okay. He clearly did have something to say, but for whatever reason, he seemed to have decided he didn't want to say it now after all. Let's hurry up then, guys. Right. I fell into a brisk trot, but I couldn't forget what Urabe had said, or rather what he hadn't said. It turned out that the inside of the hospital was a maze of long, dark hallways. We did the best we could, but kept running into dead ends and retracing our steps to try different things. Are we even sure we're actually trying new hallways? Nothing much happened, though, so I began to relax. But when we rounded an intersection... Whoa! Mitarashi skidded to a halt. What's wrong? Look. What is that thing? I followed Mitarashi's finger. Like the creepy noise that it makes is so disturbing. Like, and they're like, no, we're gonna die. Like from every horror movie ever. You're like, no, we're gonna die. That's the sound of I'm gonna die. Like, the creature's entire body was covered in gross, festering skin that split and crackled as it moved. In one hand, it held a lantern, and in the other, it had a gun. What is that? We froze, but the creature seemed to have noticed us. Its labored breathing quickened, and it started to raise its gun. Shit. Before I could react, he was off like a shot toward the monster. What? Of course he would. Look out! The words were barely out of my mouth when the crackle of gunfire filled the hallway. Mitarashi had closed the distance fast enough to avoid getting hit and drove his fist into the monster's face. I should not be fucking surprised. They're like, great, we're gonna run. No, he's gonna just tackle the motherfucker. I should have seen this coming. His punch threw the creature down the hallway with a tortured wail. It continued to fire as it tumbled away, bullets smacking against the walls and ceiling, throwing up clouds of concrete dust. Now, go! He didn't have to tell us twice. Urabe and I ran as fast as we could, Mitarashi close behind. In the dark, I could barely see, and my foot caught on something. I started to tumble forward. Ah! But suddenly my body stopped, and I was lifted back onto my feet. You okay? He's like, I got you. It's okay. I'll protect you. Mitarashi's arm was wrapped around my shoulders, and I could feel his muscles pressing against my back. Thank you. What? Think I'm just gonna let people get hurt? It's not how I operate, kid. Suddenly my heart felt like it was beating very fast. This isn't the first time he's put himself in danger to protect me. So why am I getting all flustered now? Because he flashed you the, Manho smile. He's like, hey, baby. Wink, wink. With the, he smiled and, his teeth glinted. Because, you're like, that's not something normal that should happen. But okay. But it did, which means you've got to now swoon, because teeth don't normally glint. And when they glint, that was some effort, and you have to swoon. It's like a law. Or be like, what the fuck, creep? It's only two reactions to that. Can you keep going? Yeah. I gave him a nod, but my chest felt a little empty. That's right. He's probably like this to everybody. Oh well, it was nice to feel special for a few seconds. Story of my life right there. I shook my head to clear my mind and took off again. Good. Looks like we lost him. Yeah. Might I recommend we take a short rest? If we push ourselves much harder, we run the very real risk of a maxing out our terror gauges. Until that moment, I hadn't realized that all of our alarms were going off. Yeah. We ducked into the shadows and waited. So what the hell was that thing anyway? He plopped down on the floor and wiped some sweat off his forehead. So you decided you were just gonna punch it in the face regardless of what it was? Yeah. Could have been a lot scarier if I actually knew what it was, right? I wasn't entirely convinced Mitsudashi actually experienced the human emotion known as fear, or even anything like it. The thing I don't get is why they gave a monster a gun like that. The monsters aren't scary enough anymore. What is our world coming to? Well, we still need to get out of here, and we should probably do that soon. If we just keep wandering around, we're gonna run into the monster again. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what are we gonna do? You got any ideas where the exit is? I looked around, but all I could see were pitch black hallways. Nothing that might indicate an exit. I suppose I ought to at least make an attempt. He began to wave his hand at his crystal ball, and as he did, oh dear God, are you serious? Look, I know he was like little magic fortune teller guy, and he's literally carrying a crystal ball around, but like, now we're getting into... He's so fucking weird. I love him just because he's so fucking weird. Could you... Okay, if you were in a group, right, in this situation, and there was like, let me check my magic, my crystal ball, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong? What's wrong with you? But it'd be more like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? Like, that... Are you... You gonna... Okay. Look. Look. You want to whip out your tarot cards, your Ouija board. That's fine. That's fun. It's fun thing. It's like entertainment. But you're like, let me divine our way out of here with the freaking crystal ball. And you're like, that's not good. That's not... Okay. Sure. You know what? Why don't we just... You know what? We'll just stop and you do a full tarot reading to tell us where the exit is. Because that's not how it's gonna... I'm not making fun of tarot cards. My best friend and I used to do that all the time when we were kids. Like... And like... Because it's more interpretive, you know what I mean? It's like horoscopes. Like, they're fun to read, and you're like... But you're not literally like, okay, wait, let me check my horoscope. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna get trapped. We're gonna die here, because my horoscope said so. Like, you're not gonna be like, hold on. Let me divine from the stars which way the exit is. You're not really magic, dude. And, like, the crystal ball... he's like a dial-a psychic. Oh, dear God. I love it. I love it. That's why I love him. He's fucking weird as shit. Like the weird ones. What? It began to glow softly. Whoa. How are you doing that? That's crazy. The glowing is pretty weird, but how does he make it float around with him all the time? See, that's the question I've been asking. Like, it's just drawn like that. And I'm like, why? Because that's not real, but it actually does actually float then. So it's not just the choice of art style where they just chose to draw it like it's floating between his hands. It literally is floating. Is he really magic? I mean, you know what? You never know. I got the feeling I'd never know the answer to that particular question, though, so I kept my mouth shut. I believe the exit is in this direction. Urabe began to slowly walk down one of the hallways. Mitsudashi and I exchanged a confused look, but turned and followed him. It's not like we've got a better idea, after all. As we went, Urabe seemed to get more confident, and his pace sped up. He seemed to know exactly where to go. I mean... Okay, so we kind of know why, and it's not because of the crystal ball, I guess. You know what I mean? Like... But then again, like, how would you remember that after, like, Monopig told you all that? Does the crystal ball show you where to go? Perhaps. Before long, we'd reached a staircase. Good work, team. Let's keep moving. Yeah. Please, if I could have a moment. Huh? Before we could start up the stairs, however, Urabe spoke. What's wrong? Before we go forward, there's something I must tell you. His face was uncharacteristically serious. But just as he began to speak... Aye! What? A scream echoed through the darkness. He was trying to tell us he's the traitor. Aw. You're gonna have to tell us later, pal. Let's go. Without waiting for a response, Mitarashi turned and headed for the stairs. What should I do? This says say, come on. Come on, Urabe, let's go! We need to find the owner of that scream.
Guess you know what's up, kid.
Oh, because if we told him to wait, it would be... Okay, yeah, I get it. He gave me a grin and I nodded back.
We'll have time for you later, Urabe. Cool?
Very well. It took only a few minutes for the three of us to reach the top of the stairs. All we found were more dark hallways. That scream could have come from anywhere.
Damn it!
He ground his teeth and grumbled to himself.
Hey, Urabe, can you use that ball to find whoever was screaming out there?
I can certainly try. He waved his hands methodically over the crystal ball and it began to glow. But I am afraid I cannot. Though I can locate the exit, and the owner of the voice we heard eludes me.
Shit.
He slammed his fist into the wall, but a second later we heard the scream again. There it is again! I think it came from over there! Our exit is also in that direction.
Good, let's move.
Urabe and his crystal ball led us through the maze easily and quickly. We are approaching the exit.
And where is it?
Somewhere nearby, I'm sure of it. Look, there! I'd paused to catch my breath and noticed a door at the end of one of the hallways, underneath some emergency lights.
That's gotta be it.
But we have been unable to locate the person who screamed.
Maybe she went through the exit. Only one way to find out.
Let's go! We shoved the door open and leapt through. Bam! And here we are. And so now we're all in the room together and we can skip this because, like, we've already read all this. What? You're a daddy? Oh, what? You're gonna beat your kid like an asshole? You know what? And you tried to kill Urabe? I mean, I'm still not letting that go because, like, I don't, like, maybe it's supposed to be a piglet cart, but I feel like they should have mentioned that because they just made it seem like, I mean, there weren't like 4 piglet carts and 4 of us. They made it sound like there was only 2. Maybe there was 3 though. I don't know, because I feel like they may have mentioned that. Or I'm just trying to make sure that I'm just pretending that there was 3. So I don't know. Instead, he's just getting all angry and he didn't even seem to care whether she's okay or not. This one says get mad, and this is why I'm starting to use this different guide, so. Because I like this, it's more fun. What's wrong with you? Plus, I don't care if he hates us.
Whoa. Sorry. Adults are supposed to look after kids so they don't do stuff like that, right?
I mean, you're her dad. You should have been paying attention to what she was doing. You didn't even ask her if she was okay.
You're right.
I'm a terrible father. You kind of are. Not gonna lie, I don't feel bad. Oh, we got love points with him for that. That's why they tell you not to get mad. Oh, he likes it when we get angry with him. That's a problem. But anyway. You're not a terrible father. I should have been keeping an eye on her too. Just go easy on her, okay? Game over. Was that me? What? I jumped. I hadn't even noticed my alarm going off, but apparently I'd gotten excited enough to max out my gauge. Oh. That's why you don't get mad. I was wondering, though, and the first time we played, I was like, we probably shouldn't get mad. This would be the, like, bad time. The other guide said to say, do you have to go to the bathroom? But I'm going to keep with this one just because I think that's why the other guide probably told us not to get mad at him because we get a love point with him. But it doesn't really matter if we get the love point with him because we're going to end up on Mirarashi's path, right? So there's no, the concern isn't there. You know what I mean? So. The only thing that's weird about this one is the explosive insight. It gives you a bullet that says 7 deadly sins, And then another bullet says explosive insight, 7 deadly sins. But it's the same thing. So it's really kind of... I think that was a typo, though. That they put it in twice. Because the next one doesn't do that. But it's kind of disconcerting. You're like, the hell is going on? Sure. We just need that one, so. My little bowling ball head. Look, I'm a cute bowling ball. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying her head is perfectly round. All right. Well, yeah, see, and I'm assuming that's why, because we trust Urabe, so we'll get a love point with him. Oh, man, what am I going to do? And, like, we get a love point with him by saying that. So, like, I kind of feel like the other guide was right in the sense of, like, not trying to get the love points with other people. But I don't think it matters. I'm just going to click... Wait, where's all these sins? Oh, there it is. Whoops, I didn't see it because it's blue and it blends in. I was like... I saw the, like, this top one, but I didn't see all these sins. I'm like, where the frick is it? Okay. So, like, yeah, so getting mad at Shirabe, we got a love point with him. Saying got it, we got a love point with Shido. And we're going to get a love point probably with Urabe, you know, for siding with him. And that's why the other guide said not to do those things. So I kind of hope this guide doesn't have a ton of instances where it tells you, but... I don't think it matters at this point. So, like, maybe I'll switch back and forth. I'll use the other guide more for the choices, and this one more for, like, does it say get mad? Okay, I'm gonna get... like, maybe we should just get mad all the time. Like, fuck it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I can't keep going. But just as I was about to collapse, I felt someone grab my hand.
What are you doing?
Mitarashi, where's Mai?
She's already out. Don't worry. You need to get moving, though. And those bombs aren't done going off yet.
I focused on his hand, picked myself up, and began to run again. We hadn't gone very far before I heard another explosion from behind us. Ah!
Gah!
The blast slammed into me, and I felt my body begin to fall when... Mitarashi?
Gah!
He wrapped his arms around me and turned his back to the explosion. Are you okay?
Of course I am. That was nothing. Take a lot more than that to hurt Ryusei Mitarashi.
He'd stuck his neck out for me again. He likes him young. That sounds creepy and wrong. Like, Urgh! Another blast hit us, far more powerful than the others, and then everything went dark. That's why he calls his kid. He's in denial that he's in love with us. It's like, God, she's just a kid. That's creepy and wrong. I'm 18, though. But, like, still a little weird. I don't know how old he is, but still a little weird. Oh, because you were looking out for me? Wait, okay, hold on a second.
I'm fine. I think I just took a hit to the gut.
Okay, so, okay.
Huh? Nah, I was just being careless. Nothing for you to worry about.
Oh, he looks like he's in a lot of pain. I bet he just said that so I wouldn't feel bad. It seems like he's always saving me. Okay. Oh yeah, yay, we get to get mad at Mono Pig! I really just want to get mad all the time.
Putting a little girl like Maya in that kind of danger is just...
This is my favorite.
What's wrong with you?
Just love saying that. I wish there were more occasions in the world to be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, sorry. You're gonna try and force the little kid to play your sick game? Adults are supposed to help and protect kids, not try and kill them. What is wrong with you?
What? When did I ever say anything about being an adult?
You're carrying a cigar!
Ah! Oink, oink, oink. Well, I mean, I was just kidding around. A little joke for fun.
All right. Jazz hands. This the only thing about skipping really fast is we miss jazz hands. We don't get time with jazz hands. Can we romance jazz hands? I kind of just want to romance jazz hands. I've just gotten really, you know what? I just want to take Jazz Hands home with me to be like my pet piglet. Like, Jazz Hands, it's okay, Jazz. Like, so this is how we know we're in Mibashi's route, whether we like it or not. So, perfect. Who'd be visiting me this late? I opened the door to find... Look at him. Hey. Fucking look on his face, like... And he said, hey! I didn't think that was actually gonna be his line. I mean, but still, he's gotta look like, hey. Mitarashi, is something wrong? Not really. You just look kind of bummed when we all split up. Like you had a lot on your mind or something. That look on his face is the best. Yeah, I guess you're right. What do you mean, guess? Of course I'm right. I'm all about knowing what people are feeling. Kind of my job. Not that you're a job. I mean a client. Huh? Look, I'm just trying to say that we're bros, alright? Really? Really? That's what you're trying to say? Really? Yeah, come with that. Bros. Okay. Yeah. He's like, shut up. Yeah, okay. Stop it. Alright. Okay, buddy. Whatever you say, bro. Bro fist him in the shoulder. Yeah, why not? Just means I got your back. I suppose. He just never struck me as the sort of guy who sees women as, well, as bros, I guess. Sort of goes with the territory. With a job like mine, there's not a lot of room for seeing a woman as anything more than a client. Oh, well, thanks then. That makes me happy. Good, but don't go telling everybody, alright? Just felt like you look like you could use a bro after what happened with Urabe. He's trying to cheer me up. Aren't you sad about it too? I love how he's blushing. He coughed and looked around awkwardly, then shrugged. Yeah, but keep it under your hat, okay? It's not like we're BFFs or anything. Oh, we were BFFs or anything. But he was one of us. I think he thought of us as his friends. Probably broke the guy's heart to know that we had no idea who he really was. I don't think he really wanted to betray us, you know? He's like the muscle-bound guy with the heart. He really is. He has the best heart in this whole game. I'm not saying he's my favorite character, like romancy character, because he's not my favorite love interest at all. But I love his character so fucking much. He is best bro. You were like, I just want to be best friends with you because you were so fucking sweet and adorable. Like, you care about everybody. It's the biggest heart. You have so many muscles. There's plenty of room for a giant heart in there. Like, he's just such a big fucking... He is a soft... You're like, you were rock hard on the outside and, like, molten marshmallow on the inside. It's ridiculous. We kind of already know you're a softie, but, like, you know, he doesn't... He's not like Shido, who, like, acts like such an asshole, and you're like, you're gonna be the biggest marshmallow. You're the squishiest. But I just love it. Like, just love it. Mitarashi cracks me up. I enjoy him greatly. Yeah. Man, sorry about that. I'm not usually such a whiner. So much for staying cool. You're being too hard on yourself. Oh, how's your injury? It's fine. I'm fine. Although I should probably get back to my room for some sleep. Yeah, you should. Alright. You too, okay? I nodded and waved him off down the hall. That was nice, actually. I feel quite a bit better. There's a lot to be said for talking out your feelings with somebody, and it was good to remember that. It's that person you're like, we can just have these nice emotional conversations. That's so fucking sweet. Oh, I love him. I really do. Again, he's not gonna be like, oh, he's best boy. He's best bro. Like, no lie. Like, morning already? Gosh, I still feel kind of tired from yesterday. Yeah, no, we gotta go through all this.
Daddy.
Oh, that's right. She was feeling too shy to spend the night with her dad, so she came to my room. Kind of makes me feel like I have a little sister. Man, now I wish I did have a little sister. You either did have a little sister or you had an older sister, but do you not remember that? It's weird.
What's happening?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up?
No, it's okay. Good morning.
Good morning to you too, Mai. Are you feeling okay? Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
She blushed a little bit as she nodded.
You kind of sound like you're my sister or something. I like it.
Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. Gotta fucking is. Thanks, Mai. I think being your big sister would have been pretty awesome. Until I start fucking your dad. Then it'd be fucking Alabama.
Yeah.
She smiled and nodded, but she still looked a little fidgety and nervous. I hope she doesn't say the sister thing when we're going down her dad's route, because that's going to be awkward. A kid really shouldn't be part of all this. I mean, all the stuff that happened yesterday was so dangerous. Oh, jeez. Mitarashi. If the explosion yesterday opened up his wounds... Jazz hands! I missed you! We've skipped through so many of these, and you haven't shown up. Like, the last one, you didn't show up to give us breakfast. Mayoshi showed up and then ran away, and then we didn't see you, and I miss you. You're my favorite piglet. Jazz hands. Anyway. Oh, right. Time for breakfast? He's gesturing again. Huh. What does he mean?
I think he's telling us what's for breakfast.
Oh, he's nodding. So what are we having? Can you understand what they're saying?
I don't understand everything he says, but yeah, I guess so.
Maybe kids are better at stuff like that. The piglet set up a table piled high with delicious-looking, steaming breakfast. Stare. She looks really hungry. Once he was finished, the piglet gave us a short bow and backed away. Thanks, Jazz Hands. Love ya. Oh, jeez. This looks so good. But I can't stop worrying about Mitarashi. Sorry, Mai, but do you mind if I go visit Mitarashi before I eat?
Huh? You mean Ryusei?
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
He hurt his tummy.
I'll be right back, so you go ahead and eat your breakfast, okay?
Um,
She looked at me, then at her breakfast, and then back at me again. What's wrong? Oh, is there something you don't like?
no.
She looked around the room nervously and twisted her hands.
Can I go with you?
What? But aren't you hungry?
Uh-huh, but I'm worried too.
That's right. Mai's gotten kind of attached to him, hasn't she? We're like a weird little makeshift family. We're gonna kidnap Shirabe's daughter, and it's gonna be me, Mitarashi, and her. She's like my little sister, and that's our little sister, and we're in love. And it's just a weird-ass fucking family that we just created here. All right, you can come with me. And maybe he'll get better as soon as he sees you. Why don't we take our breakfast with us?
Okay.
Sorry, but we're gonna have to cancel breakfast. Oh, we made Jazz Hand sad.
He doesn't know what to do with the food.
Why don't you go share it with the other piglets? Mitarashi risked his life to save me. If I can do anything for him, I want to. We could seriously just, like, grab a fucking pancake and run. Like, I'm just saying. I don't know what's on that breakfast. But if it's not like pancakes and bacon where you can, like, I mean. Mitarashi, are you awake?
Maybe he's still asleep.
Well, the door's unlocked, so why don't we go take a peek? Rude! Oh my god, we're gonna walk in on him naked. Mai's there. That's inappropriate.
Okay.
Quietly, we tiptoed into the room. We could hear pained breathing from the bed. His face twisted with pain as he sat up. Sweat shone on his face, and his shoulders heaved with each breath. Mitarashi, are you okay? What? Why are you... Mai, what are you doing here?
We were worried about you.
Damn, now I got little girls worrying about me. How the mighty have fallen. Anyway, thanks for coming. He tousled Mai's hair. She looks happy. She's like, Mitarashi, though, he's obviously in a lot of pain. Alright, I can't sit around here all day. Time to get up. But you're hurt. What? This? Don't be such a girl. I've had worse shaving. Like hell you have. I heard you moaning like a stuck pig from out in the hall. Oh, come on, that explosion just about killed all of us. I kinda can't believe we made it. Anyway, you shouldn't be pushing yourself. Oh, hey guys! Whoa, whoa, what is this? An intervention? You guys are blowing this way out of proportion. And just look at me. I've never felt When he tried to stand up and pose, his face went pale, and he hunched down over his stomach, moaning. Oh, jeez. He's still really hurting, isn't he? You're trying too hard.
No, I'm fine. Simmer down there, son. We don't have a doctor here to look at you. Hell, all we got is a first aid kit. You crack that thing open again and you're gonna be up shit creek. I know that. I just...
Daddy?
Oh, hello, Mai. Did you, sleep well?
Yeah, I slept in Spacey's room.
Is that so? Well, thanks for keeping an eye on her, little lady.
Oh, no problem. We had a great time. It's kind of like having a little sister. Shirabe stood there for a moment like he wanted to say something to Mai, but finally appeared to give up and turn back around. He bit into one of his snacks forcefully and scratched his head. I guess Mai isn't really sure what to say around him either. Makes sense, I suppose. They haven't really seen each other in a long time. They're almost strangers.
Damn, Shirabe. Thought wisdom was supposed to come with age. All you gotta do with kids is be nice to them. Right. Apparently so, since they managed to see past your looks. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, he's like, look at who's got the better hair. They're both, like, trying so hard to, like, do the hair department. Like,
you know exactly what it means. Or you're even more of an idiot than I thought. And now about today's game. We think you should stay behind. What? Oh, like hell?
he leapt out of bed.
Gah! See? We still have a couple more days of games. You should be resting. Exactly. Think about else we're going to have to face. We need your strength.
He got hurt because he was protecting me. I feel like I should do something, but what? Prioritize the game! No, we stay behind. Can I stay here and take care of Mitarashi?
Hey, come on. I appreciate the offer, kid, but I'll be fine. No, that'd be perfect. I was actually about to ask you to do just that.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, your insight has been really helpful.
I know it has, because I have all the answers. Literally, I've got a guide.
But we've been going non-stop for a couple days now. You need some time off.
So he's worried about me too. Even if Mitarashi doesn't want me to, I think it's a good idea for me to stick around. I love that he's worried about me too. They all are, because I'm a dainty little girl. I mean, seriously?
I'm no delicate flower! What's wrong with you?
Okay, staying behind it is then.
I was planning on leaving Mai with him too, but I'm glad you'll be around to keep an eye on her. Mai, can you take care of them for me?
She nodded, although I could see her kneading her hands nervously.
Good. Ladies, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. That worked out well. I really didn't want to have to get Mai involved with any more of these damn games. Oh my god, surrounded by moms. Did you not hear me? I am fine.
I don't care. We can all see you're hurt and we're all worried about you.
I'm worried too.
I gotta say, guys, I'm a little nervous about making our group any smaller, you know? He's talking about Urabe. I hope he's safe.
Exactly. See? You need me.
Hey, you're not gonna do us much good in this shape.
Alright, fine. You've made your point. You can see arguing isn't gonna get me anywhere. We'll sit this one out. Happy? Do you think Hogstein's gonna let us do that? We aren't breaking any rules. We just won't have as many players as usual. I don't think that'll be a problem. Right, people restrict themselves in games all the time.
Restrict themselves? Whoa, man, TMI! No. I just mean where you, like, use fewer party members or only do unarmed combat or something like that. Sometimes you can do that to make a game you've already beaten more challenging. Huh? Seems weird to me. Isn't it more fun to just have awesome weapons and stuff?
Some people like that, yes. You mean handicapping? Lots of sports use it to level the playing field a bit when two teams are particularly unbalanced. So just look at it. Ahem. So just look at this as us giving Hogstein a handicap to even the odds. Huh. You better get out of here while your head still fits through the door, bro. And just doing it for your benefit. I wouldn't want you guys getting too worried about our chances. Well, we're not worried. I'm gonna let you guys handle this one, so go handle it already. We got this, okay? You keep your eyes on the prize. You really think I need you reminding me what my business is?
Wait, so are you guys like bros now or what? We're all bros! Mitarashi is bros with everyone. He like broed on Toa so hard. He like fucking stalks Mayoshi because he wants things, and now he's like totally in love with Shido. It's like we should be Mitarashi and we should be trying to date all these boys, because that's how I feel. Like, you're like, Mitarashi, could you just like move off my man meat? Like, you need to like back off. Like, he is always like getting friendly with somebody in every route, and you were like, could you just simmer it down, boy? Like, look, I know you take on clients, but I didn't think you were like, I didn't think you went both ways, but I mean, I guess he could, who knows, but back off, Mitarashi, this is my game and this is my man harem, you stay out of it. Like,
what does it look like to you? Yeah, seriously, what are you even talking about?
they love each other so hard.
Huh, well, they can deny it all they want, but they might as well be brothers.
It's almost like watching a sparring match.
Right, well, time we got moving. Yeah, if we get stuck on this glorified garbage scow, we're all well and truly boned.
Good luck. Be careful. Later. Hey, this isn't so bad. It's kind of cool to know that somebody's waiting for us.
Exactly. And that knowledge will make us try even harder. Hey, don't give me that try shit. You will come back, you hear me? Of course. It was always our intention.
Shido's like, fucking hair? Yeah, like, I'm not gonna come back. I'm too glorious to not come back. He nodded firmly and left the room. I felt like we weren't just 7 strangers anymore. There was something that bound us together now. Seems kind of crazy that this awful game is the reason we're all friends.
Alright, well, the best medicine is food, so let's get to it.
Oh, didn't you get breakfast from the piglets?
Might have, but I was pretty far under.
I guess we should have brought ours with us. I'll go find one of the piglets. Maybe they can bring us another one. Is something wrong?
Here.
After digging around in her backpack, Maya had produced an unopened package of snacks. Is that whole bag filled with snacks? Like father, like daughter, I guess.
Snacks, huh? Sounds good.
What? You don't want a real breakfast?
Yeah, about that. Much as I'd love some steak and eggs, with the way my stomach is right now, I think I might want to go easy on it. Besides, my offer to serve snacks. What kind of man would I be if I turned out such a generous, thoughtful lady?
Ha! I didn't even think of that. How nice of him.
So, how about one of those snacks, Miss Mai?
Okay.
She pulled another box out of her pack and shoved it into Mitarashi's outstretched hand.
Thanks.
He really likes kids, huh? I bet he'd make a great dad. Weird.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, sitting around here is not really my style. I mean, having a healthy body is like job number 1 for a guy like me. Can't believe I let myself go like this.
He seems pretty upset about it. He must be hurt worse than I thought. Huh. As I was watching Mitarashi, he seemed to wobble.
He's like, can't believe I let myself go.
You let yourself go? How? I got injured and now my body is falling apart. It's been like a couple of hours, dude. You're fine. Are you alright? You look like you were kind of wobbling.
You sure? Maybe the boat just started to move.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Hey, what are you doing?
I ignore his protest and press the back of my hand to his forehead. Oh my gosh, you're burning up. I think you're getting a fever.
Nah, you call this a fever? It's nothing. Hey, maybe if I just go do some weights, I can just sweat it out.
Over my dead body? You sit yourself down and rest. Please.
Okay, fine. Jeez, I was just kidding.
Mai, do you think you can look after him by yourself for a little bit?
Yeah, I can.
Thank you. I'm gonna go see if I can find some ice.
Ice? Why?
Well, he has a fever, so I thought if I got him an ice pack, he might feel better.
Still think it's a load of bull, but if you're gonna keep harping on it, fine, I'll sit still. Thanks.
Mai's gonna keep a close eye on you. If you try anything, I'll hear about it. So behave.
I got my eye on you.
Well, I guess I'd better shape up then. Glad to hear it. I'll be back soon. There's gotta be a piglet or two in the lobby. Maybe they can get me an ice pack. Jazz hands! Oh, great! Perfect timing. I need you to get something for me. I'm, looking for an ice pack? You know, like a bag with ice in it? You put it on your forehead when you have a fever? It was moving its hands in some sort of rotating motion. What does that mean? Kind of looks like he's making shaved ice, but... Are you talking about shaved ice? He shook his head. Shoot, I wish I could understand you! Well, I guess it doesn't have to be an ice pack as long as it'll help cool him down. Oh, do you have something? He nodded vigorously and then disappeared out of the room. When he returned, he was carrying... a fan? He seemed to realize almost immediately that it wasn't what I wanted, and he hung his head miserably. I know you can cool off with a fan. I'm just worried that it might give him a cold. Well, if you don't have an ice pack, then maybe a cold towel or something. You're like, do you have ice and a towel? Oh, do you have a towel? He gestured for me to wait and disappeared. After what seemed like a long time, he finally returned. This time with there's no towels in the bathroom, like hand towels. Bucket? I was starting to get a tiny bit frustrated. What was I supposed to do with a bucket? Oh, there's ice in it. Something else? He handed me a nice clean towel. I get it. I can put the towel in the ice water, wring it out, and use that. Perfect! Even if they can't talk, they seem pretty anxious to help. Thank you so much. I'll bring this back when I'm done. I love jazz hands. Maybe I was just imagining it, but I thought the piglet looked satisfied. This bucket's really big, though. I might have trouble carrying it. I looked inside. The pieces of ice were all sorts of different sizes. Were they still in the middle of making it? Oh, wait, then that means that shaved ice movement was... Were you trying to tell me that you guys had run out of ice and you were in the middle of making more? The piglet nodded vigorously. I think I'm getting a lot better at understanding their, language. Oh, jeez, look at the time. I need to get back to Miradashi's room. And I know that not every piglet we meet is jazz hands, but I'm basically calling him jazz hands because it's jazz hands. Sorry for the wait, you guys. Huh? Sorry. He fell asleep. I guess that's probably for the best, actually. He needs all the rest he can get. I can't sneeze. I can't snore like a kid. My dozed off too, huh? I wrapped a blanket around her, making sure to tuck in the edges. She's so cute when she's sleeping. Girl. Is he talking in sleep? He actually looks kind of cute too. Just a different kind of cute. Yeah. I wrung the towel out and laid it across his forehead. And now that we've caught our breath, maybe I'll rest a bit too. I took one of the chairs from the corner of the room, pulled it next to the bed, and plopped down onto it. Lunchtime already. I bet they've started today's game. I wonder what it is today. I hope it's not too dangerous. Mirashi? But whatever it was, he didn't continue, and after a moment, he rolled over and started snoring peacefully again. I looked down at his face. He saved my life twice, and I've only known him for a few days. And not just that, he's almost died doing it. The first time he'd saved me had been back in Samurai Fantasy VII. But we hadn't figured out the puzzle yet, and so we'd ended up triggering the crossbow trap. I'd almost gotten hit, but Mirashi had jumped in and blocked it. It was only for a minute, but I remember how big and strong he felt when he hauled me out of the way. He felt safe. This is like, when you're like, girl, you don't have to fall in love with him just because he saved you. But like, that's how you feel. Even though you know he's really fucking nice, but you're still like, dude. If he had an asshole persona, you'd be like, girl, I'm so concerned. Of course, he says the injury's no big deal, but I think it's bothering him more than he's telling us. The second time had been in blood-stained hospital. He'd used his own body to shield me from the explosion. Now he's got this fever, probably because of that. It's pretty amazing that he's so willing to put himself in harm's way for someone he barely knows. I thought back over all the stuff he'd done since the first day. We'd all been surprised when his argument with Shido at Alice Card had actually turned into a real fist fight. It had all been an act, of course, but nobody had guessed because they'd been at each other pretty much since the beginning. They really seemed to get on each other's nerves sometimes, but I don't think they really don't like each other. In fact, in a way they're kind of similar. They really care about their friends, they just show it in different ways. When Urabe had been revealed as a traitor the day before, Mitarashi had been the only person who trusted him anyway, at least at first. I don't think most people could bring themselves to trust somebody like that when trusting the wrong person could kill them. I felt like I owed him a lot, and I wanted to help him out as much as I could. He looks kinda weird for an escort, but I think he must do so well because he's straightforward and nice to everybody. Well, except Shido. I gotta admit, I didn't really buy that he was #1 at his club, but now I think I can see it. But that means he's probably got lots and lots of fans, huh? I thought about that, frowned, and dipped his now warm towel back in the ice water. Oh, is he talking in his sleep again? He didn't sound like he was in pain, just sad. I knew it wasn't really proper to listen to someone talk in their sleep, but I couldn't help myself. I leaned closer. I mean, if they're talking in their sleep and you're there, you're like, I can't totally tune it out. Oh, this is like, huh? What are you saying? Mom. Mom? Oh, jeez, I can feel his breath on my ear. Immediately, I knew I'd heard something I wasn't supposed to, and scrambled backwards away from him. It didn't help that his warm breath on my ear had felt suddenly and uncomfortably intimate. Well, he, seems to be sweating. I should do something about that. I delicately wiped the sweat from his forehead. Who's there? Are you awake? It's you. What are you... right, you're playing nurse. Damn, this is embarrassing. Guess I was more tired than I thought. I feel like I've been asleep all day. You must be pretty tired, too. Thanks for keeping an eye on me. No problem. Tougher than I look, you know. Huh. Alright, you can act tough if you want, but don't push yourself, okay? You're one to talk. You look like you were in real pain just a minute ago. Just take it easy. Huh. Well, if I didn't look too happy, it's probably because I was having a bit of a bad... let's call it nostalgic dream. Dream? Did I say anything weird while I was sleeping? Weird? Oh, jeez. Should I tell him the truth? No, not really. We're actually supposed to tell him. You said Mom. Huh. Cool. Sorry to bug you. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been listening in. Hey, don't sweat it. I'd rather have you tell me the truth than beat around the bush, you know? Anyway, just forget about it. Not important. He looked away. I knew he told me to forget about it, but... So, why did you say Mom? He's like, what part of forget about it did you not get? The forgetting part. I forgot that. Like, look, I'm sorry I brought it up, but it's really none of your business. Oh. He's right, I guess. Everybody's probably got a couple things they can't tell anyone. Ah, jeez, now I feel bad. Sorry. Nah, don't worry about it. I brought it up. It's not that big of a deal. But, come on, don't get all weird on me. Right, okay. Oh man, this is kind of uncomfortable.
I can't eat anymore.
Mai's own sleep talking broke the silence. I wonder what she's dreaming about. Snacks, what else? He looked over at Mai and grinned. Suddenly I felt kind of awkward looking at his face, so I turned hastily to look at Mai as well. She looked so happy and peaceful. There's really nothing like seeing a kid smile, is there? Oh god, are we bonding over babies now? God, I'm gonna puke. What did you just say? Huh? About kids smiling? Did I say that too? I looked at him totally lost and slowly shook my head no. Huh, of course not. He looked happy. Look, about that dream. Huh? It was about when my parents died. Oh. He was silent for a moment. My dad was a reporter for a magazine. He was busy all the time, which meant he wasn't home much. When he was, he always had the best stories. I loved him. Hell, he was smart. He knew all sorts of stuff. He was cool. I really admired him. I wouldn't have guessed his dad was a reporter. I bet he loved kids and was about as subtle as a brick, like somebody else I know.
Anyway, since he was out all the time, my mom pretty much raised me. I loved her too, of course. She had the most amazing smile.
He paused for a moment and ran a hand through his hair awkwardly.
You, probably wouldn't think so now, but I used to be a real crybaby.
What? You? Look how Blaze blushing. It's so sweet.
Whoa, hey, take it down a notch. You're gonna wake her up.
Sorry, it's just... I wasn't expecting that. That's an understatement.
Well, I mean, I was a kid. When I got hurt or picked last or whatever, I'd just start bawling. But every time my mom would cheer me up. And every time she did, she'd say something to me. There's nothing like seeing a kid smile. When you cry, your happiness leaks out, and pretty soon you won't have any.
There's nothing like seeing a kid smile. That's exactly what I said, isn't it?
So when you said that, it just kind of brought up a bunch of stuff. Mom was a sweet lady, but she was tough too. My dad was buried in work, but she still managed to take care of both of us. You couldn't ask for a better mom. Way too good for me. I didn't deserve her.
I could tell he was proud of her.
But when I was in elementary school, they both died in a bus accident.
Oh my god, we all somehow are tied to that fucking bus accident, aren't we? We're tied to the bus accident that Mayoshi witnessed. Is Hogstein the bus driver? Like, I mean, that got falsely accused of like falling asleep when he didn't, and it was really like the other car, and like were our parents the ones in the other car that caused the accident? Were we the ones in the car that everybody died in, that Mayoshi witnessed and then didn't tell anyone, and then it was too late, and like we're all tied to that fucking bus accident. Right there. There you go. I mean, how is Toa involved in that bus accident though? Like they didn't mention anything. Like it's slowly opening. Like Mayoshi witnessed this accident, and then you're like, we keep seeing the dreams. This and we know oh hey mom, dad. You're like, oh they're all gonna die. Like you knew where those dreams were going. The first one that happened, you're like, they're all dead. Like clearly because they're not in the story, right? Except for in those dream sequences at the end of every chapter, right? And then Toa, nothing happens. You're just like, okay, so there's a mystery about our family. And then Mayoshi's like, there was a bus accident that I witnessed. And you're like, our family died in that bus accident. And now yeah, that's, okay. I mean, I don't know how. Obviously. We know how the accident happened. I don't know how Hogstein's involved. If he's the bus driver or what. But he is pissed at every single person here about this fucking bus accident. That can't be like, oh, there's Hogstein doing this, but then there's also this bus accident that's totally separate, and we're somehow tied together through two different things. The bus accident has something to do with it, but anyway. Oh my gosh.
And I couldn't believe it. What kid's ready to believe his parents just aren't coming home again? The doctor who was there when they died told me that my mom had taken the brunt of the impact to protect a kid. And I didn't get it back then, and now I realize she couldn't have done anything else. I don't know what that kid's up to these days. Heck, I don't even know who he is, but I hope he's alright. I think my mom would too, you know? She'd want to make sure he was smiling.
And somebody else here is that kid. Mitarashi was smiling. He'd accepted his parents' death and moved on to live his life. Maybe his mom was the reason he's so nice to kids.
So after that, I went on to live with my grandma on my mom's side.
But here's the thing. If Hogstein was the bus driver, I can understand being pissed. Like, Mayoshi didn't tell anyone he was a child. You know, blah, blah. But why would he be pissed at Mitarashi because his parents died in an accident? Like, I'm gonna try to kill you and put you through hell because your parents died in a bus accident that wasn't my fault, but they also wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make sense, but I'm just curious how it all ties together. I'm just throwing out theories. We just gotta throw out a bunch of things, see what sticks, right?
I took on my mom's last name, Mitarashi. But that was about the time I started getting into some pretty bad stuff.
He shrugged and scratched his cheek. That makes him sound way scarier than he is. I wonder if all this has something to do with why he's an escort. Dang, I really want to know, but I'm not sure if I should ask him. I mean, he did just tell me all this was none of my business.
What is it? Something wrong? You look like you want to ask me something.
What's going on?
Oh, hello, Mai. Did we wake you up?
I got lots and lots of sleep.
Well, that's good. Sorry, but now that she's up, you think we could finish this later?
He called Mai over with a smile, and she grinned at him as she rubbed her eyes. Kid smiles, huh? We are not at... this is the perfect place to stop. We're not at stage 5 yet. We still have, like, one more choice in this chapter, so his is actually probably going to go a little bit longer than I expected, but that's just because we didn't skip through as much in the first 3 as we did in Mayoshi's, honestly. Even though we also had to read through going through the haunted house thing, but I don't know. Just feel like we didn't read... We did... Okay. We did stop that one like at least 5 minutes before we could have, but... You know, that wouldn't have made a difference because we had to read a whole bunch in the haunted hospital, so... Anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.